Welcome to winter. Got the little dusting of snow Sunday, and now the cold temperatures.
Alex Mary with Historic Auto Attractions is here wearing her sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I wish we could have like 23 new sweatshirts to wear on the air.
Yeah, we could use some of those. Yeah. I still got my hat. I got my
Yes, exactly.
You got
Winter
your
hat.
Yeah. It's a little chilly in here, but Alex Mary, I guess this is as good a time as any to have you visit here. It's the merry time of the year.
Yes.
And it is also the final days of the season for Historic Auto Attractions.
Yes, it is. We are closing December 31st, but we are going in through December with a punch. I mean, we're having our discount days every Wednesday where we're slashing our prices $8 off of our admission. We have discounts throughout our gift shop throughout the entire month of December, and then that last chunk of, everyone's on break, they're looking for stuff to do.
Yeah.
We're actually going to have a discount on admission as well, the $8 off again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Would you say it's a good place for families to visit? Is it something kids and young adults can enjoy?
Oh, absolutely. This is a great place to bring your family, the kiddos. Your grandkids are feeling a little rambunctious and you want to get them out of the house for a little bit, bring them on down to the museum. It's a great spot. I mean, there's so much room, 86,000 square feet.
Wow.
The second building is 56. But a total of 86,000 square feet, 25 different museum exhibits that you guys can just wander through. So, I mean, it's a great spot for anyone.
And I know, a lot of kids are back in school now, but maybe teachers, or if you are married to a teacher or know a teacher that near the end of, as they get closer to Christmas break, they may need a field trip.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
not a bad, can you still book?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can still book. Just give me a call at the museum or email me, and I can get you right down. I actually had a couple teachers that reach out to me not too long ago to kind of book something before they went on break. So,
Yeah, one
it's
of those.
a perfect time.
And I don't want to push them all the way to they're ready to let loose. They don't need to be listening
Just
to.
watching a movie in
Yeah.
class all day. Yeah.
Yeah, might as well bring them to the museum. They'll see a bunch of stuff.
Is there anything new at the museum here lately?
So we're actually planning on, for our 2024 season, what's going to be new. So when you walk into the Wild West, you see Gunsmoke, you see Annie Oakley, you see Jesse James. That's going to be completely different as you go into the wagon room and you see the 1700s, like Conestoga wagon sitting there. That's all going to be transformed coming in April, but
Okay.
that's all in the planning stages now.
You'll be busy
so-
during the off season.
Oh yeah, you'll see some videos, some pictures on our socials, but yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. And this is how many different how many different rooms per se, or different areas do you have now with all the square footage you now have? You mentioned the Wild West.
Yeah, I would say around 25 to 30, depending on if you split up the back stock car area with the high performance, the stock car, the
Okay.
racers,
Yeah.
things like that. But one of my favorite exhibits is obviously Miss Belvedere. She was put in a time capsule. She was a car put in the time capsule, put in the ground, and then they thought she was going to survive, and when they unearthed her, she was in water. And the Smithsonian completely turned her away, and now she's in Roscoe. I mean, there's numerous items that have been...
Let's start Miss Bel.
Not the person.
See, I'm thinking
Start
Miss
there.
Belvedere, Lee Merriweather was a Miss
No.
Belvedere.
No.
But this is a car
Yep.
that was. Where was this buried?
It was buried in Tulsa, Oklahoma, right in the City Hall, right underneath the...
What year? How long ago was this?
In 1957, she was buried.
She was buried.
And then in 2007, she
50
was...
years later, they were going to bring Miss Belvedere back up,
Yep,
and they found it was flooded
yep.
and damaged
Yeah.
beyond.
So
well, not
what does it look like now?
Yeah.
Just rusty? or-
She's so rusted out, but you can peek your head in there. You can see, the steering wheel. They had the key still in there. That was completely gone. They kept, it was interesting, they kept gallons of gasoline in the trunk.
They just thought they were going to drive it right out of the ground
Exactly.
and be good.
Well, and they also didn't know what kind of fuel we would be using in 2007.
Oh, so they thought this is and it's pretty much the same, isn't it?
Yeah, it is pretty much the same.
But EV hasn't quite caught on to that electric vehicle. So So Tulsa, this was a symbol of Tulsa, and how did it wind up in Roscoe? Of course,
Well-
that's the kind of stuff that Wayne Lensing looks for, right?
Absolutely. He looks for all the unique things that have interesting backstories that no one really wants. A bunch of teams tried to restore her. She went into a garage for a few years. Somebody tried to reach out to the Smithsonian. The Smithsonian said no, thank you. And then Wayne heard about it. He set his guys up to seal it up, and now it's on display at the museum. I mean, documentaries have been done about her.
What's behind the name, Miss Belvedere?
She's a 1957 Plymouth Belvedere.
Belvedere.
Okay. Gotcha.
And it has not been redone to look like it was before it went into the ground. It's
It's post,
just kind of
post-time capsule.
It is
Post-time.
post-time capsule,
so
yeah.
it's beaten up a little bit then.
Oh,
huh?
yeah. Oh,
okay.
yeah.
But it still looks cool though.
Oh,
huh?
I love it, yeah. It's
Okay.
amazing.
Okay. And
Well,
how
I'm
long
sure
is-
they learned their lesson for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't bury a car
Seal it up or something.
in a water under a water table or something like
Yeah,
that.
just don't seal it in cement under the ground.
So that's one of many cars. not
Yeah, we
only-
have about 100 cars, but I would say over 5,000 artifacts.
Yeah.
We have the Nicolas Cage glasses that he used in National Treasure.
Okay.
We have, numerous items from John F. Kennedy and his family.
60th anniversary of his
Yes.
assassination last
Yep,
week.
we just celebrated that with our historian, Tony Farrell. He's there on the weekends, and he can, he's been doing research for over 20 years.
On the items that have been collected here at the museum?
Yes, on everything. So if you have a question about it, he's going to have the answer for you.
So it's movies, it's historical figures, it's cars, it's everything.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, and
Yeah.
it is a great place to go see with the family
Mm-hmm.
over the holiday break. Discounts on Wednesdays and then toward the end of the year when
Yep.
kids are out of school.
Yep, that entire week, 2 weeks.
Okay, all right. So check it out, the Historic Auto Attractions in Roscoe on Metric Road. You can go to their website, historicautoattractions.com, and keep in mind, they're done at the end of the year for a few months, and they'll reopen next spring. So if you've been putting it off, no more. You got a
Go
month.
now
Yeah.
before December 30th.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Alex.